but they're resilient because if you look at all the injuries they've had, it doesn't seem to bother them. They come to play.
All right, let's move around the league a little bit. News out in Oakland, certainly not with the team and winning, but with the team in general, and Jamarcus Russell gets benched. Should or will Jamarcus Russell ever be a starting quarterback for the Raiders again?
Well, I don't think it'll be in Oakland. I really don't. And when you watch Jamarcus Russell, you just don't see any improvement. And that's the one thing as you watch quarterbacks. There's going to be an ebb and a flow to a young quarterback's career, but I have not seen this going ascending. It's been more flat or even descending, week in, week out. The poor throws. He's got the big, strong arm, but the accuracy is absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, he's got guys open. He just can't hit them. Maybe when he gets sent to the bench, maybe he'll wake up. Maybe he'll realize what it takes to be a pro. Maybe he'll grow up and mature and realize the work ethic you have to have. Maybe that will get him going. We'll find out.
Mike Ron Jaworski is with us. Indianapolis at Baltimore this Sunday. The last two times that Peyton Manning has faced this very, very good Ravens defense, he has thrown a combined 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His team has won both games big. Why has Peyton Manning been so good against that good Ravens D?
You could probably look at all the teams Peyton Manning plays, and he has those kind of gaudy statistics. He is controlling the football now so well, and the ball is going exactly where he wants to go. I mean, he is in that zone right now. Over not only this season but the second half of last season, that really has been absolutely remarkable. And when you look at the Ravens secondary and you look at them defensively collectively, they're about pressure. They want to get pressure on the quarterback. Peyton Manning has a great feel for pressure. He gets the ball out of his hand. And we all know, there's been some struggles in that secondary right now for the Ravens. And if you give Peyton Manning time, he'll be successful like he's been in the past.
One of the good games this weekend, we'll have to wait till Sunday night for, Jaws. Philly at Chicago. Two teams desperately looking for a win. And you point to Chicago and just, we know it starts and ends with the quarterback, and I know you love to talk about that part of it. And here's Jay Cutler. If it starts and ends with him, it's not going to end so well. How does he stop throwing the interceptions when he's so confident in his arm that he can make the throws?
Well, he's got to play quarterback, and that's, it sounds like just a simple phrase. You've got to play quarterback. And I think what Jay Cutler does is he understands he's got a big, strong arm, and he wants to make every throw. You can't make every throw. You've got to be judicious where you want to go with the football. This Eagle defense that he's going to face is a ball-hawking defense. They blitz third most in the National Football League. They will come after Jay Cutler. Now, fortunately for Jay Cutler, he's been very good against the blitz this year. In fact, his rating against the pressure is 100. 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 67% complete when there's pressure. Now, in this game, I think the Eagles may back off a little bit because they've had a lot of problems in their secondary with injuries. They're going to have guys that were basically on the practice squad may have to line up and play on Sunday night. So I think you'll see a more conservative defense from the Eagles Sunday.
Mike Ron Jaworski, they will have Tennessee and Houston this coming week on ESPN's Monday Night Football. Draws is brought to you by JCPenney. Calling all guys. Don't miss your chance to get big savings at the JCPenney bonus sale. And don't forget to visit ESPNradio.com to vote on which NFL team needs to man up this week for a chance to win a $3,000 JCPenney gift card. So, Jaws, we pick the candidates, and then you decide who needs to man up. This week, Dallas Cowboys, after getting knocked back to earth last week in Green Bay. Denver Broncos, after a 6-0 start, have now gone 3 straight losses, and they play the huge divisional matchup with San Diego. I want to start with the question that I asked Kirk Herbstreit in our final hour yesterday, and that is looking ahead at the schedules that remain for Florida, for Alabama, and for Texas. Texas has a game at Texas A&M. They then have the Big 12 championship game. Florida's playing Florida State. Alabama plays Auburn. Those are the only realistic games that you could see any of them losing, aside of Florida, Alabama playing each other.
They're going to determine it. You're right about that, Green. I think we talked about Alabama. If you don't separate, you're always going to be in danger of losing a game. Now, they've survived it up until this point. They got UT Chattanooga. They'll rest their players, get everybody involved. Then the Iron Bowl. And the Iron Bowl is the Iron Bowl. You never know. And if you can't put enough this Iron Bowl game, it's not going to be on your field. You never know what can happen. Florida State, same thing. I mean, they have athletes. They're certainly Maryland this week. You become bowl eligible. Then they have their rivalry game. All those kids played against each other in high school. So in rivalry games, you never know. But I would think Alabama because of and Florida's offense has struggled as well. So they're